Happy New Year, everybody. So, if you are new, first of all, hi, my name is Noelle, and thank you so much for joining us. And this is the year we are getting out of debt, kind of getting our life together. Hopefully our farm takes off completely, and we just have a lot that we're gonna share with you. One of the main things, though, I am gonna be sharing with you guys is, sorry, I've got dishwashers and everything going. We're busy trying to get everything together. One of the main things I'm going to be sharing with you guys is food. And why food is because that is one of the #1 things that we have control in our budget of. And that's how much we're spending at the grocery and, you know, what we make at home, if we're buying food out, if we're making it, and all of that. And so I feel like that is one of the most important steps in getting back a hold of our finances and paying off our debt. So we do a lot of cooking from scratch here. We are on a very tight budget. There are 8 of us here right now for this month, and my 2 college girls will go off, and they come and go because they're in college. So there's anywhere from 6 to 8 of us here that I'm feeding, and I'm going to be doing it on $500 a month, and that is allowing for stock up money because we like to keep a stocked pantry. So today I'm going to share with you guys what we like to stock up on. I did film a stock up haul for you guys, and I've already spent $400 of my $500 for January. However, that footage got lost. I don't have it anymore. So instead of a grocery haul, I'm going to just share with you things that I stock up on and the amount that we have here at our house. And that is because, like I said, we are a large family. I like to stock up on the basics. So I thought I'd just kind of share that with you real quick. The basics and what I was able to get here this last week at the grocery that I lost the footage of. So let's go down to my basement that I don't really ever show you and look at that pantry so I can share with you some of the things we feel very necessary to stock up on. Okay, so now we are down in my basement, and I'm gonna share with you some of the main things that I stock up on. There are a couple items that I definitely stocked up on with this $400 because we needed them and they were on a great deal. Right now, my basement is a disaster. One day I will share it with you. They are going through and organizing stuff. I put the kids on basement duty, so they're trying to organize everything, and it's like a tornado went through my basement, but the pantry's over here. So, all right, here are a couple things that I stocked up on. Okay, so up here on the top, this we need to donate to somebody because we don't do V8 Splash. But V8 Fusion, this is what my autistic son, he is the only way he gets his fruits and vegetables in. So I did get 16 of those. They were on sale for $2.50. So I got them, I got 16 of them while they were on sale because they're normally $1.30 more than that a piece. So that's what I got there. One of the other main things that I stocked up on was this Premier Protein. I was able to get that for $18. They're normally $25, and I was able to get it for $18, so I did get 6 of them. However, we have a huge variety of protein powder because my husband loves to come in. Well, one, we all use it a lot when we make smoothies in the morning. We'll do protein smoothie. We pretty much have either a protein smoothie, oatmeal, or eggs. Those are like our main breakfasts that we go to. But my husband, he loves to come in, especially in the summer when it's hot, and he'll just whip up in a shaker bottle a protein drink real quick and go back out. And he kind of does that in between his meals because he burns a lot of calories out there. So that is his most favorite protein drink, or protein brand. It's a Premier Protein. We used to get the individual shakes, but it's much cheaper to just buy that and mix it up yourself. So that is what we do. I'm sorry guys, I know the lighting's not the best here, but I'm doing what I can. All right, down here under my stairs, you will see I keep a bunch of 5-gallon buckets. This is rice, flour, and sugar. That's what's in all of these buckets. And we're refilling them. We reuse them. I need to get some of those other lids, but they're expensive, so we're working on it. But these are definitely something that we keep stocked at all times, and I did buy stuff to refill those as well with that $400. I also replenished our oats. As you can see, that goes quite a bit back. Like I said, oats are something that we do a lot as well. Something else that I always just keep on hand is the basic baking stuff. I keep big packs of yeast in my freezer outside. And that is because we make a lot of bread here. We make a lot of stuff that needs yeast. So I just keep it. It keeps for a really long time in the freezer. So if I just buy like 3 or 4 of those, that pretty much lasts me a year. So what I can stock up on and only buy once a year, I do. Here's something else I was able to find. Guys, barbecue sauce. I got these for 74 cents a piece. So I bought plenty. I think there's 10 of them there. That will last me a year. So back over to the baking stuff. Again, this is stuff that I just keep stocked up at all times. So salt. We always have a ton of salt. We need it for canning as well as just for having, you know, to flavor our food. And we have kosher salt. We have ice cream salt. Charles loves to make ice cream. Here I just have some sure gel to make jellies and jams. Vegetable shortening. When I run out of lard, I like to have vegetable shortening. So I've got 4 of those. That'll last me a year. I shouldn't need any vegetable shortening, and I still have 2 tubs of lard in my outside fridge, so I should not need any of that for a year, which is wonderful. Then you look over here, baking soda. I actually want to get more. As much as that looks like I've got a ton, I put this in our laundry. It helps with smells, with odors, you know, especially if people's really sweaty, stinky from all the farm work. We use it for cooking, we use it for cleaning, bee stings. I mean, we use that for so much. So to have baking soda, I would like to have in here 2 more of these cases so that it comes all the way out here on my shelf. Baking powder. Guys, it goes way back, if you can see. Way back. And that's because, again, I do a lot of cooking from scratch. Baking powder is one of those things that goes in everything. Biscuits, pancakes, just waffles, just really everything. Cookies, everything. So I have that as well I stock up on. And then you come down here, baking cocoa. I love to have that stocked up. I love to have a bunch of cocoa stocked up because we like chocolate stuff, you know, and it's nice to have treats. So those are great to have. And then like chocolate chips and things like that, I actually need to stock up some more on that right there. Sorry again, like I said, I know it's really, really dark. But those are things I like to stock up on. Cornmeal. I have a bunch of that here. This is all of just my funky stuff that I have, all different things. But some of the things that I do have in here too that I like to buy in big bulk is, well, that's millet, is like cinnamon. A great big bag of cinnamon. I love that. Here's like peanut butter powder. So those are things that we also like to definitely stock up on. The other thing is we still have stuff from our garden. Like here I still have some acorn squash from our garden. Another thing I stock up on is toilet paper. As crazy as that is, I buy these great big boxes. There's like 80 rolls of this Scott toilet paper. And I get it for $50 at, sorry, on Amazon. My brain wasn't working there for a minute. $50 on Amazon. And then I get like 3 boxes, 3 to 4 boxes lasts a year. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I love to have things that I don't have to worry about anymore for a year, if I can. And here, this is one of my most important little areas. This is huge to me. This is my spice area. So in here is all of my extracts and things like that, because as I find them on sale or deals, I stock up. That's just sprinkles. a whole drawer of just sprinkles. But it just goes on and on, all the way down. And it's just all the spices that I fill up on when I'm able. Another thing is our big tea bucket here. We get tea. And whenever we get tea, we put it in this bucket. If tea's on sale, we love tea. It's a huge variety of teas. We just come down and get it. Okay, one more thing to stock up on, and I've got it in all these plastic bins. Oh, that one needs its lid, is pasta. And that's on sale. We stock up on pasta. I have those two, and I have this one down here. Another very important thing that I stock up on is the beans. Beans, a whole lot of beans. Pinto, I've got so many down there. And then I also have a bunch of canned beans. I feel like that is very important, can do a lot with canned beans. Also tuna, keep a lot of tuna. You can do a lot with tuna. And it's an easy way to store meat on your shelves. Okay, and if you can see in this very dark area, it's so dark under here, is my bottled water. And let me tell you, that we just refilled and we put sink water. Because they just had a water main break a few days ago. And I actually filmed all that for you too, but lost all of it. And it was across the street. And so we had no water for a couple days. We had to use our bottled water that I had, luckily, for everything. So I don't keep enough for like end of the world type scenario. I'm not saying to do all that, but enough that we had to drink our water bottles. We had the gallon jugs. We had to use it to wash our hands, to do everything. So, you know, I definitely saw the reward and the importance of having some of that water in our house. So I will restock that. I haven't yet to do that. We went through about 10 gallons, so I will replenish those 10 gallons. But we didn't have any that just said like tap water, or that we just had with tap water. So we refilled the ones that we used and labeled them tap water. It's New Year's Day. I am tired. We were up way late last night. But I labeled them tap water so that way we have that to use to wash our hands, to flush the toilet, that kind of stuff, in case this happens again. Apparently water main breaks were happening everywhere because of that massive cold weather that we had. So it just happened to happen across our street and we got, you know, had to deal with it. But that's all right. There's way worse things to deal with in the world, right? So that's something else though that we found very helpful that I definitely keep stocked if I can. I will tell you another very important step in stocking up and keeping things stocked in your house. One is you don't have to pay the prices as they, you know, get higher, as inflation gets higher. You've stocked up hopefully at a lower price or at a sale price and got a good deal. The other major thing is to make sure that you are rotating. Salt, not so much, because that lasts forever. But anything like oats down here, you're making sure that you rotate, put your new ones in the back as you use the old ones. And that is huge. Also being organized. A pantry, a long-term pantry really needs to be organized, because if it's not organized, you're not gonna know exactly what you have. So we try to keep ours extremely organized. And that way, I mean, this is kind of a mess, but this is not stuff that I like just go buy all the time. It's stuff that we needed for a recipe here or there, or like buckwheat flour. We don't use that all the time. I've made buckwheat pancakes a couple times. We're actually not huge fans of them, which is a shame because they're good for you. And things like arrowroot flour. I don't need it all the time. I don't use it all the time, but I have a thing of it because I'm sure recipes called for it. And some of it's canning supplies, like this pickle powder. I need that for canning. So it's just kind of a mix of everything here with that. And so that's not stuff that I really worry about because I just use it as I need it. I don't replenish it. But yeah, other things that we like to have on hand are lemon juice. One, for canning, and it's just this plain old lemon juice. Two, if I can't find lemons on sale, my family loves lemonade and we like to make it from scratch a lot with just fresh squeezed lemons and some syrup that I make with just sugar and water. But it's not always, you know, affordable to do that. So with lemon juice, you can make it. It does not taste the exact same. It's not as good as fresh squeezed lemonade, but it beats, you know, just the regular old powdered stuff. So I like to keep that on hand a lot as well. Also, somewhere up there behind those coffee filters is coffee. I do try to keep like 3 cans of coffee. We don't go through a ton of it. We drink it once in the morning. I make a pot in the morning, and that's me and the girls. We drink it and that's it. So it doesn't, I don't go through it very fast, and I don't want it to get stale tasting, and I don't have the freezer room to keep all of that in my freezer. So, which I will show you my freezer here in a minute, so you just kind of know where I am and where I'm coming from. I know I didn't do a full pantry tour. A lot of the canned stuff down here in our main pantry, or our overflow pantry, is because we're trying to get through it. We don't have a ton of canned stuff down here. Some fruits and jellies and stuff like that, but we're trying to replace all that with homegrown. So, or stuff that we can get on sale and can ourselves. So that's why I don't have a ton of that stuff to really share. Something else though that I do keep a lot of is, you'll see up here, is oils and vinegar. Vinegar we use for so many things, and of course oils. And you'll see molasses and syrup and stuff like that as well. But yeah, now let's go upstairs, and that's my main pantry things that I try to always stay stocked up on. Oh, and peanut butter. Peanut butter, always stocked up on peanut butter. So as you see here, we have a year's worth of peanut butter, and that is because that is one of the foods that Luke will always eat, Theo will always eat, and our whole family, we are peanut butter lovers. And honestly, might not even last a year of the peanut butter we have there. And that does go back a few rows. So we definitely keep a stock of peanut butter. Okay, one more thing, the bouillon. I said I wasn't gonna show you everything in my pantry, and I'm showing you a whole lot of it. Bouillon, you guys, bouillon is huge because it adds so much flavor to everything. I actually am lower than I like to be on bouillon. This one's even already open. That's it for the bouillon powders. So I will probably get some more of that and be stocking up on that soon. As you can see, canned soups, we're going through that stuff. We don't really have it much at all. So, but bouillon is another big item we like to make sure we have. Okay, and now we're upstairs. Something, I pulled it out of my freezer because you can't hardly see in my freezer. I will show it to you, but you can't really see. I was able to get more chicken breasts for $9.17 is what I got this for. So I did get 4 big packs of chicken breasts that are also in my freezer. I'm leaving this one out, so I'm gonna cook that up today. Okay, so out here in our garage, that is insane right now, after moving animals into our garage, moving everything around after this crazy cold week we had, it's just a mess. Everything is a mess. So we are getting our house back in order this week, thank goodness. But here, if you don't see me buying fresh fruits and veg, that's because in here, I am full. I am full. This whole freezer is full of either homegrown or some just bag stuff. I don't need fruits and veg. Got this whole freezer full. You can see it's a good sized little freezer. It's absolutely full. So I actually do want to go through some of that. Got a heat lamp behind me. That's for when chicks are in the garage. I do want to go through some of this actually and start to try to replace some of it. So that way it's not so freezer burnt, because some of it definitely is getting freezer burnt and it just needs to be gone through. So some fresh I will buy, but I also really want to get that gone through, especially before we start planting and harvesting again, because we prefer frozen to canned. So if I can freeze our garden food, I prefer to do that. And if I can't though, then canning is next on our list of things ways we like to preserve. Okay, you guys, this is the big freezer. I was also able to get this big pork butt for $11.19, so I did not show you that. As you guys know, I stocked up on turkeys when they were, I was able to get them for like $8. I stocked up on them. I am full of all these freezer meals and freezer treats and all this freezer stuff. A lot of this though is going to my mother, so I'll show you more once that's gone. Again, the big things of chicken that I just bought. I was able to get some more ribs as well. These were $5.41. I saved $5.19, so I got a really good deal on that. There should be ham in here as well. I know we've got more ham, so that's kind of what I'm already starting with. All right, and then I'll just show you my inside freezer real quick. The other things that I got at the grocery are in my fridge, and I just got some of the, I'll just show you. Mostly I got some yogurts. These are not store-bought eggs. They're eggs from our farm, but I just store them in cartons. That way I know how many I have available to sell when they're in here for if somebody calls. But I got cottage cheese, I got ricotta cheese. I did stock up on some bar cheeses in here. I do have butter stocked up still from when I stocked up in November. So again, I stocked up so well that I don't have to worry about that now for a while. Okay, and then the inside freezer, again, I still have so much stuff. Tons of the cranberries to make cranberry juice and stuff like that. I have so much of this that I just need to go through. Again, more butter in here. So I won't need butter for a long time. So the approach, now that everything is stocked up except for the few things that I showed you and kind of pointed out, I would like that to be fuller stock than it is. The things that are left are, I'm gonna be buying sale items, and that's bulk of what I'm gonna be buying is the clearance stickers and whatever major sale items I can find. So that will determine what I'm stocking up as far as meats and things like that. And that's why I'm gonna take you guys with me. So hate that I don't have that shopping haul to share with you, but I'm gonna take you with me every week as we go on a little treasure hunt, looking for sales and deals and stocking things up and making do with what we have and what we can find on deals. And then I'm gonna share with you almost every day exactly what we're eating. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, how I'm using that so you can see I'm really doing it. I'm not telling you I'm doing it and just really buying, you know, whatever, ordering pizza every day or stopping by McDonald's, which is just not our thing. But yeah, and there's food all over my house. I have an upstairs pantry that is, we don't keep it like full. We go down and we get something as we need it from downstairs, but it has potatoes. Oh, I was able to get potatoes, yellow potatoes. I got those for $2 a bag with a coupon and a deal. And then on top of that, I forgot to tell you guys, so my Meyer order, the reason I went before the 1st is because one, the sale on the juice was gonna end and the protein powder. That was one of my main reasons, but the other main reason was they gave me 5% off my purchase for my birthday because it was in December. So it expired by the 31st. And by using that, I did save almost $20 off my order. So that was pretty big. And then you see I've got spices here. I've got spices up there. Spices are huge. I think that that's, I know I said it already, but I really do think that that is just a huge, huge help. You can make beans taste so good. You can make rice taste so good. All the cheaper foods taste so good. I think spices are just so important. And if you get them on sale, they're not that expensive. Or better yet, grow your own. I do that too. And you know, some we can, some we can't. So, all right, I think that's gonna kind of wrap it up for today. All right, so tomorrow I'm gonna share with you guys, like I said, the full day of meals. I actually already filmed that for you on New Year's Eve, so I'm just gonna start from there, share with you guys what we ate on New Year's Eve, using up the food that we bought and what we have, and I'll be back to daily videos. So make sure you guys give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye everybody, Happy New Year.